Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the claymation ideas I have ongoing for the rest of 2021 and onwards to 2022, if possible. I'm going to maybe explain a little bit about the alt channel claymation stuff I was doing lately, and then I'm going to close off with a potential other good stuff to mention, I guess, in the meantime, in the last part of this video. So yeah, if I could. First of all, we got the Timon and Moth crossover claymation between the Lion King, Disney's The Lion King cartoon movie, and Mac's Ladybug from the 3D animated French show. So this is going to be basically a claymation where the Timon lemur character and the Moth villain character, magical character, the animal and magical human character, they both are going to have a crossover prop where Timon is wearing the Moth suit, and he's gonna be a little bit taller maybe, but not nonetheless. He's gonna still look like a lemur in a Hawkmoth suit, and he's going to be spinning a staff with his hand. That might be a little tricky to do. He's gonna form an Akuma in his hand, with maybe some effects for that if possible. But if not, then we'll just do Akuma prop and then all that, and and maybe have it fly around on the rig. That'd be pretty cool. I'll have him voice acted by either myself or my friend Judd again, and that should be pretty interesting. Yeah. The second idea I have was the Shadow's House claymation, and that's going to be a little tricky to do depending on how I do it. But generally speaking, I should at least make Emiliko and Kate as props and animate their movements in the stairwell scene. Without the stairwell, maybe. If it's with the stairwell, it's going to be really hard, so maybe without the stairwell, they're going to be running past some of the other characters. If I sculpt those other characters, I'll have them run past to make it look like they're actually moving and running. But, they'll have Emiliko will run past the shadows, and then Kate will run past the humans. And then in alternate order, I could maybe even show the keyed scene and the drop T and the other silhouette stuff in the meantime. But it's like a 15-second claymation for that, and it's like a 30-second claymation for the Timon Moth claymation. And then we I think for Project Tether's sake, I can't really even show you the prop because I can show you back in the other scenes like the sculpted prop or the animation scenes for the Marshcroft prop. But this is for Marshcroft's channel. This is this prop over here, the one in the thumbnail. Is going to be for the alt channel. This is the prop that I had made a week or two ago in 2 hours with the armature and the other wiring. So for Marshcroft's channel, there's going to be this prop. But he's a special prop. He's for my political content. So you have to take that into consideration. He's for my political content on that channel, to say this. If I had to expand further in this video, I would tell you, yes, it is indeed about the deep end stuff, the agorism, counter-economics, anarchy, anarcho-capitalism, libertarianism, stuff like that. It is political content. It's very deep political content. So it's political video essays with claymation in them, and he's gonna potentially either be filmed in them or at least show it as a prop in them. And that's so when you go to Marshcroft looking for the rest of those claymations, I will show you some clips from that on Art Dr. ABC to show you what I did with it and give you an idea of what it was like and how fun it was. But I won't show the whole claymations on Dr. ABC, only on Marshcroft. So just keep that in mind. But yeah. So if the last thing is that if this was on Project Tether claymations, I would do that too. But for the sake of like the last short video I made, which was about Pale Hatchet and Zesty Sonnet, the protagonist heroine and the antagonist villain of the series, that's been since like 2017 ongoing. Not really, but like it's we can hope. But those characters will be possibly made into sculpted props and maybe even animated in a future pilot or a short or whatever, or some kind of video short film for a claymation. They'll be animated. Like if you have seen the drawings, there's the one over there of Zesty Son. There's one over here of Pale Hatchet and even Fixalo Wise, some of the characters from the series I made up. And if you've seen some of the duels, I think on videos and shorts on this channel, but And then I'll end off this video by saying that the claymations to come are going to include background design. So for Shadow's House, it's going to hopefully include background design to an extent, like I did for the very first few videos, which like Creature Takeover or the little gray grass. It's going to be kind of like that, where there's going to be some background design for Shadow's House at least. And then for the crossover claymation one for Hawkmoth and Lion King, there's going to feature Jet's voice acting again. I'm going to try to see what I can do with that as well, to experiment more with the VO work, I guess, on that end. It's usually free for portfolio work or whatever on his end for Jet's sake. I think he just wants to add to like his experience role or whatever, his portfolio. But that's why he does some of this for free. But like if it was longer extended projects for other voice actors especially, then I would have to pay for something eventually. But you know, this should be free. If not, I can work something out. But maybe with payment or whatever, or my own voice acting is legit with spec at least. But so yeah, some background design, i.e. Shadow's house. Some more voice acting, i.e. the Shadow's. No, i.e. the Hawk, Moth, and Timon claymation. And those are at least the 2 ideas I can go with if I'm not even too lazy about them. But you know, and Project Tether can wait obviously. There is a claymation following because I just did the Ron's Gone Wrong one earlier ago, so that was cool, and also the ones within it claymation from the pocket prop 5 seconds one. The Ron's Gone Wrong was the looped one. If it was gonna go into 2022, I would try to do a claymation that features more of the rig for sure, but without the rig, I will try to feature more in chances where I can polish my props. So like in the behind the scenes and tutorial content, if I can polish the props more to show that as in a tutorial or behind the scenes content BTS. Not that could be BTS, the Korean song. Whatever. I can show more of the tutorials that are unique in the sense of polishing, because I've always done the tutorials in a unique sense lately, experimenting with different ideas in the types of content I do with it. So polishing is gonna definitely be one of those things, and then it's gonna go into maybe a little bit of visual sound. No, it's gonna go into visual effects, which I haven't done too much of lately. For claymation, so I can do that in tutorials and claymation, and polishing is going to be for sculpting props. I can even show you in the live streams of the sculpting props how to do polishing, and if I can. And the shorts might feature some claymation, maybe even interview like K-pop interviews I did before with the Dr. Lobato prop Callisto, and the Armor Games logo. I can bring that back if I can. The playlist, I'll clean the playlist a little bit. I'll try to delete and add more playlists if I can. Of the more recent claymation work and other Vride content. If I still make Vride content to this day on this channel, I'll let you guys know. But you know, yeah, that should be about it. I don't even know if I use the same slogan anymore because I rebranded Dr. ABC. It's a new one. It's this one. I accept you, Tony. Remember that there's nothing more beautiful than desperation. That there's nothing more devastating than pretending not to care. Stay safe in the pandemic, everyone. And I'll see you in a future claymation. If not, I'll show up in some other behind the scenes or tutorial content, and at least some kind of shorts or live streams about what I'm doing in the meantime, and maybe even other content. If it has to be variety, I'll let you know again. But if it's claymation related, I'll talk about it or even showcase it, and you'll see a vast majority of the claymations that I make in general on here. If it's from Marshcraft, I'll let you guys know, and I'll link you to the claymations for them as well, and show you the content that I can on here, but not too much of it, just to make sure that it's not too personal or not too revealing from they're distracting from the content that's on that channel, because again, some of the commission will be on Marchcraft. Dr. ABC will have everything else. I promise he'll have enough good stuff in the meantime, including the storyline series Project Tether. So yeah, and Project Tether is a long-term project, so that's all I got for you. Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Yeah. I'm waiting for the 8-minute mark so I can monetize this now. But yeah, basically, yeah. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you in the next video.